I want you to make me a baseball film. Jamie, what's your pitch for a $200 million baseball film?
Well, I'm glad that you said you gave me a budget, because I'm sticking to the let's make something different. And this is something
So it's actually about football.
Yes. No, look, I'm sticking to a more I'll let the executives decide. It's either going to be outright kids movie, or it could be a little bit darker. But my idea is about a seasoned baseball player that gets transported into a fantasy land where he is soon captured by orcs, and the orcs have one demand: teach them how to play baseball.
Nice. I love that movie so much. It's now a matter of basically, there's so many angles you could take with that film. Because then you could do a sequel where you could then do a Jackie Robinson style, so the first orc to play in the Major League Baseball.
Yeah, it follows him back through the portal.
Yeah. Or a first elf, or first dwarf to play in the majors, and there's so many angles. Jamie, that is, you know what? Okay, who is your star?
Well, who's going to play?
Yes,
play the seasoned baseball player. Okay,
yes,
no, or Denzel Washington.
Oh,
he hasn't done a baseball film before, or a fantasy film before.
And this is fantasy baseball.
Yeah, it is.
Get it? All right, Ryan.
Well, Jamie, that film is never going to work. It's absolutely. So let me woo you with my idea. All right, a seasoned veteran who passed his prime. He played his game, gets teleported to outer space, and the aliens capture him. And the one thing that they want him to do, teach him how to play baseball. Done.
You just stole my idea.
But the aliens have these light weapons. And they modify them slightly. Jamie, play to the ego. They got the light weapons that I can't tell you what the name of them are for legal reasons. But they also teach the seasoned veteran, who is played by Mark Hamill, to how to use these light weapons. And Mark Hamill then teaches them how to play the great American sport of baseball.
Why don't you just say a Star Wars film where baseball's introduced?
Because I don't want to get sued. But yes, that is the answer.
I'm pretty sure you could approach Disney and they'd say yes to that.
You see, I like that idea, but I want to go one step further with your insanity.
Okay.
I want to go Mortal Kombat, but baseball, where the realms play each other, not in a violent blood sport, but in a game of baseball to determine the fate of the world.
So basically, they're sick of the violence.
Yes. And there's multiple realms and alien species, and then the ragtag Earth players must compete with beings of immense power and godlike abilities with their humdrum baseball talent.
And who leads the ragtag bunch of Americans, Chris? Who's your lead character?
Well, obviously it's Chris Pratt. Obviously, it is. What's the typical American name? It is
Hank?
Former New York Yankees first baseman Chuck Fields, who was injured in his final game.
Oh my God, you could call it Fields of Dreams.
Oh, you could definitely call it Fields of Dreams. And this man, Chuck, he suffered a career-ending injury.
As they all do.
Sitting on the sidelines, currently coaching his son's little league team, and is recruited in because the aliens, if the gods of baseball, who would then decide this contest, have technology. They bring all these great players back, and they bring them back to their absolute pinnacle of their prime.
Okay, all right.
So all the greats. This will be a very expensive movie because I'll be going with some really old and really amazing baseball players. Like I have to get
Babe Ruth and
no, I have to physically get the rights to Babe Ruth and Jackie Robinson, and then literally CGI them. But they assemble the greatest team of players of all time to go up against alien races and monsters to determine the fate of humanity.
Wow.
So basically, the Avengers,
with
playing
baseball.
baseball.
Yes,
And
correct.
that, ironically, that theme song would still work. to
It,
that.
it would work perfectly.
100%.
Da, da, da.
Of course it would.